So here's a quick video on diabetes and the update on how it's going with my diabetes now. I'm actually eating pizza. Can you believe this? But this ain't regular pizza. I had somebody in my last video mention that I could drink tea and I should try that. So I did. I tried tea. And that person's 100% correct. It does not up my blood sugar whatsoever when I drink tea. So that's really good. When I go backpacking, instead of hot chocolate or coffee, I can at least have a hot beverage to warm me up. So that's really cool. And thank you so much for mentioning that. I really feel like my life is starting to get back to normal here. Now, at the same time that person mentioned, it sounded like I was on some type of keto diet by eating the 3 meats, and I'll have a link to that video if you want to watch it. And so then I started researching that because I didn't know what that was. And I found this recipe on how to make this pizza and a few other recipes that look pretty good. But understand, I really paid attention to the ingredients. Some of the recipes they said that would contain no carbs, I was looking at them and I was like, no, that's not true. I know those ingredients, those certain ingredients will kick off my blood sugar. So you really got to pay attention to your ingredients, and if something doesn't match, change it. Well, most pizza, when you eat it, the crust is what'll up your blood sugar, right? This crust, if you look closely here, I'm not even sure if you can see that, but that's egg. That's literally a scrambled egg on the base, which is used for the crust. So there's no bread in this whatsoever. And then, of course, you got your pepperoni, which is a protein. You got some vegetables like olives, some cheese. I mean, you can get quite creative with this. And I'm going to tell you right now, it tastes just like pizza. I really don't taste the egg because maybe it's cooked in the oven. I don't know. Now, what's really nice about this also, it's soft. It's easy to eat. It's not super hard like bread. So it's quite easy to eat. So this was a nice discovery. I'll have the recipe to this in the bottom if you want to give it a try. My wife did a great job with it. And I'm now looking at some keto recipes is what I'm looking at. I also tried dark chocolate. Somebody told me, I read it somewhere, a diabetic can eat dark chocolate. I'd say yes and I'd say no. I'm finding dark chocolate will help my diabetes a little bit. Like when I get low, like down to 100, which I've been a couple times now, I can control that by eating 1 piece of dark chocolate. And every time I eat 1 piece, I go up 5. So I've got that figured out how much I rise. So if I want to go up big time, just eat 5 or 6. And now I'm going to raise my blood sugar. So when my blood sugar gets to a dangerous level, I can eat some of this dark chocolate, and I'll know exactly how much I need to eat to raise it. But if I'm sitting around 180, I don't want to eat no dark chocolate whatsoever. So I guess it's been, I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months now. No needles whatsoever. I'm still taking metformin, but my blood sugar seems to hover around anywhere between 110 and 180 is where I'm hanging right now. And I get to the 180 when I don't get to take my metformin. Like say I slept in and I was 3 hours late taking it. When I take my blood sugar, I'll be 180. So if I take it on time and I take it like 1 hour before the 12 hours on time, I can get my blood sugar down to 100 pretty easy. So that's pretty impressive. This is really cool and really exciting that I'm controlling this, and I'm actually starting to eat other food by learning how to cook different things that basically have low carb. Now, one thing I'm working on right now, and if you watch my videos, maybe you can help me, I can't eat freeze-dried meals anymore, and that was a big thing stopping me from going backpacking, was there's just too many carbs. I've actually sat down the other day and worked on a complete cook system. It's going to be heavy because, I need to steam my vegetables. I need to eat my meats. I mean, I need to keep my carbs low. And I just can't do that with 1 cup and boil stuff. I imagine I could hook up my dehydrator and do some of my own dehydrating. But the freeze-dried meals, Mountain House and that was just so easy. But I checked all them and they're just so high in carbs, it's ridiculous. So I need to find something, and I tried searching the internet to see if anybody made some type of freeze-dried meals for diabetics, and they don't, that I could find. If you know one, let me know. But believe it or not, there's a business right there if somebody wanted to open one, because I don't know how many diabetics are just in the U.S. alone. It's like when you become diabetic, it's like, all right, don't worry about that guy, he's dead. You know, that's not true. So you really got to come up with your own stuff is what you got to do. Now this pizza keto thing my wife made, I mean, I couldn't take this backpacking, I don't imagine. There'd be no way of warming it up, basically. So I'm kind of knocking my brains trying to figure out what I'm going to take. If I wanted to go for a week, I need stuff freeze dried. I just can't, the first couple of days, sure, I could take, steak frozen or stuff like that. Maybe I could dehydrate it. I don't know. I'm going to have to play around with it and find out and come up with some type of meals I'm going to eat, because, I got to eat minimum 2 meals a day, and just to keep my blood sugar where it's supposed to be. So here's a quick pizza. And like I said, it's not bread. It's made out of egg. And it's great for diabetics. It tastes like real pizza. And if you haven't, go watch my first video, then come back and watch this video. And you'll see exactly what I've done to lower my blood sugar and to where I'm slowly getting normal. Oh, by the way, this happened. I'm at 230 pounds is what I said in the last video, right? Well, it's funny. Because I started eating, some dark chocolate, and I only eat a little bit, sometimes only 2 pieces in a whole day. But it is nice to have something a little different tasting. I literally gained a pound. I went from 130 to 131. And I was like, well, look at that. I ate a little bit of dark chocolate, and look what happens. So I'm still keeping an eye on that. But right now I seem to be leveling out at 230 pounds. And I gained a pound, but I didn't seem to go down. So maybe I'm at that plateau now to where I'm at the 230 pounds. And maybe now I got to start doing some jogging or some extensive walking or something to get it down. I'm not sure yet. I'm still working on the food. I'm still working on, having different things that can actually lead to a better quality of life here. Okay, I'll have the recipe to this keto pizza. And if you want to try it, I recommend you try it if you're a diabetic. It tastes just like pizza. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.